As this new morning dawns and a brand new year begins, hearts are lifted in gratitude. The gift of life, the breath in our lungs, and the opportunity to step into 2026 are blessings beyond measure. Today is not taken for granted. This moment is welcomed with thanksgiving and humble praise. Thanksgiving comes first, because gratitude opens the door to favor. Thank you, Lord, for carrying us through every season of the past year, through joys that made us smile and challenges that made us stronger. Thank you for protection seen and unseen, for doors opened, and for lessons learned even in difficult moments. Nothing was wasted, and every step had purpose. As 2026 begins, this day is placed into God's hands. Let this year be marked by divine favor, peace, and direction. Let favor rest upon our work, our plans, and our relationships. Let opportunities align with purpose, and let every effort be guided by wisdom from above. This morning, prayer asks for clarity where there has been confusion, strength where there has been weakness, and hope where discouragement once lived. Let courage rise with the sun. Let faith be stronger than fear. Let joy replace anxiety, and peace guard every heart and mind. May God's favor go before us in every place we step into this year. In homes, let there be unity and love. In workplaces, let there be excellence and integrity. In decisions, let there be discernment. In challenges, let there be unwavering trust. As this new year unfolds, may thanksgiving remain constant, not only when blessings are visible, but also when growth is happening quietly. A thankful heart recognizes that God is always working, even when the path is not yet clear. This morning, 2026 is welcomed with confidence, humility, and faith. Let this year reflect grace, purpose, and obedience. Let lives be transformed, dreams be kned with divine will, and every day be lived under God's favor. With gratitude for the past, faith for today, and hope for the future, this prayer is offered with a thankful heart. Amen. Entering a new year with a thankful heart changes the way every moment is experienced. As 2026 begins, gratitude becomes the foundation for everything that follows. Waking up to a new morning is not ordinary. It is a gift. The ability to breathe, to think, to hope, and to begin again is a blessing that deserves recognition. Thanksgiving shifts the focus from what is missing to what has already been received, and that shift brings peace to the soul. A thankful heart acknowledges that the past year, with all its ups and downs, was not lived alone. Every step taken, every challenge survived, and every victory achieved carries meaning. Gratitude recognizes protection that may not have been noticed at the time, strength that appeared when it was most needed, and grace that carried the heart through moments of uncertainty. Looking back with thanksgiving allows the heart to move forward without regret or bitterness. Beginning 2026 with gratitude also sets the tone for the days ahead. When thanksgiving comes first, worry loses its grip. Fear no longer controls the mind, because gratitude reminds the heart that the same God who provided before will continue to provide. A thankful spirit creates room for trust, patience, and confidence in the journey ahead. Instead of rushing into the year with anxiety about the future, gratitude invites calm assurance and steady faith. Thanksgiving is only expressed through words, but through attitude and action. It shapes how people speak, how challenges are faced, and how blessings are handled. A grateful heart remains humble in success and steady in trials. It understands that every opportunity, every open door, and every new beginning is a gift rather than an entitlement. This perspective brings contentment and protects the heart from pride and disappointment. As this new year unfolds, gratitude becomes a daily practice rather than a one-time moment. Each morning offers a fresh reason to give thanks, whether the day brings joy or lessons. A thankful heart sees growth even in difficulty and hope even in waiting. By choosing gratitude at the start of 2026, the heart stays open to peace, strength, and favor throughout the year. Wing every day to begin with purpose and quiet confidence. Thanksgiving opens the door to God's favor by aligning the heart with trust, humility, and faith. When gratitude is offered first, it creates a spiritual atmosphere where peace and confidence can grow. A thankful heart recognizes that blessings are not earned by effort alone, but received through grace. This understanding invites God's favor to rest upon every area of life as the new year begins. Offering thanks shifts attention away from constant striving and toward dependence on God's guidance. Instead of approaching 2026 with pressure and uncertainty, gratitude invites calm assurance. It allows the heart to rest in the knowledge that direction will come at the right time and strength will be provided for each step. Thanksgiving becomes an act of faith, declaring trust even before answers are visible. God's favor often flows where humility is present. A grateful heart remains humble because it acknowledges that progress, protection, and provision come from above. This humility makes space for wisdom to lead decisions, words, and actions. When gratitude fills the heart, choices are made with clarity rather than impulse. And paths become clearer even in uncertain seasons. Thanksgiving also prepares the heart to recognize favor when it appears. Blessings are sometimes quiet and easily overlooked, yet gratitude sharpens spiritual awareness. It helps the heart notice opportunities, divine timing, and unexpected support. Through thanksgiving, the mind becomes attentive to guidance, and the spirit remains open to peace, even in challenging circumstances. As 2026 unfolds, gratitude keeps the heart grounded. Instead of being shaken by delays or discouraged by obstacles, thanksgiving sustains hope. It reminds the soul that favor does not always mean an easy path, but it does mean a guided one. Every step carries purpose, and every season brings growth when walked with trust. Thanksgiving invites God's favor not only in moments of success, but also during times of waiting. It transforms patience into strength and expectation into quiet confidence. A grateful heart remains steady, believing that divine timing is perfect and that every experience contributes to growth. By choosing thanksgiving at the start of the year, the heart stays open to wisdom, peace, and favor in every moment of the journey. Trusting God with every plan, decision, and step brings freedom to the heart. As a new year begins, as 2026 unfolds, trust becomes the anchor that steadies the mind and calms the spirit. Instead of carrying the weight of every outcome, trust places the future into God's hands. This act of surrender does not weaken purpose, it strengthens it by allowing divine wisdom to guide each choice, placing plan before God requires humility and patience. Many plans are formed with good intentions, yet not every path leads to peace. Trust invites guidance beyond personal understanding and opens the way for clarity. When the heart remains open to direction, decisions are no longer driven by fear, pressure, or comparison. Each step becomes intentional, guided by wisdom that sees beyond the present moment. Trust also brings peace during uncertainty. The future often carries unanswered questions, but confidence grows when reliance is placed on God rather than circumstances. Trust allows the heart to move forward without knowing every detail. It teaches the soul to rest in assurance rather than control. When challenges arise, trust prevents panic and encourages steady faith, knowing that every situation is held within divine purpose. As trust deepens, discernment becomes sharper. Decisions are made with calm awareness instead of haste. Words are chosen carefully, actions align with values, and opportunities are evaluated through wisdom rather than impulse. Trust creates space for reflection and prayer, allowing clarity to emerge before action is taken. This leads to paths marked by peace, wrath, than regret. Trusting God also means accepting redirection. Not every closed door is a failure, some are protection. Trust helps the heart accept delays and changes without frustration. It recognizes that timing matters and that preparation often happens in waiting. Through trust, patience becomes strength, and obedience becomes an expression of faith rather than obligation. As each day of 2026 unfolds, trust transforms daily life. Small decisions carry purpose, and ordinary moments become meaningful. Confidence grows not because the future is predictable, but because it is guided. By placing every plan and step into God's hands, the heart walks forward with courage, peace, and unwavering assurance. Praying for strength, clarity and courage becomes essential when facing the unknowns of a new year. As 2026 begins, the heart recognizes that personal strength alone is not always enough. There are moments when responsibilities feel heavy, decisions feel overwhelming, and challenges seem greater than expected. Prayer becomes the place where weakness is exchanged for renewed strength and inner peace. Strength in prayer is not only about endurance, but about the ability to rise each day with hope. It provides energy to keep moving forward when progress feels slow. Through prayer, weariness is lifted, and the heart is reminded that every burden does not have to be carried alone. Strength allows perseverance without bitterness and determination without exhaustion. Clarity is equally important when the path ahead feels uncertain. Confusion often brings anxiety, but prayer brings focus and direction. When the mind is filled with competing thoughts, prayer creates stillness. In that stillness, wisdom begins to surface. Clarity helps distinguish between what is urgent and what is truly important. It allows decisions to be made with confidence rather than doubt, and direction to be followed without hesitation. Courage grows when fear is brought into prayer. Fear often appears as hesitation, overthinking, or avoidance. Prayer confronts fear with truth and replaces it with boldness. Courage does not mean the absence of fear, it means moving forward despite it. Through prayer, the heart gains confidence to step into new opportunities, speak with honesty, and face challenges with resilience. Praying for strength, clarity, and courage also transforms how obstacles are viewed. Instead of seeing challenges as threats, the heart begins to see opportunities for growth. Prayer shifts perspective and reminds the soul that difficulties can shape character and deepen faith. Each challenge becomes a chance to trust more deeply and grow stronger. As days unfold, prayer becomes a daily anchor. Strength sustains effort, clarity guides decisions, and courage fuels action. With prayer at the center, fear loses power and faith becomes steady. Each step forward is taken with confidence, knowing that divine support remains constant through every season of the year. Inviting God's favor into homes, work, relationships, and daily responsibilities shapes way life is lived throughout the year. Favor is not only about visible blessings, but about peace, stability, and guidance in everyday moments. When God's presence is welcomed into each area of life, ordinary routines begin to carry deeper meaning and purpose. In the home, God's favor creates an atmosphere of love, patience, and understanding. It encourages kindness in words and actions, even during moments of tension. Favor brings unity where there has been distance, and peace where there has been stress. It teaches forgiveness, strengthens bonds, and allows homes to become places of rest and encouragement rather than conflict. In work and responsibilities, God's favor leads to excellence and integrity. It inspires diligence, honesty, and commitment in every task, whether seen or unseen. Favor opens doors at the right time and provides wisdom to handle challenges with grace. It helps maintain focus, resist discouragement, and remain faithful in effort even when recognition is delayed. Relationships are also transformed when God's favor is invited in. Communication becomes clearer, compassion grows deeper, and understanding replaces judgment. Favor encourages patience with and humility within the heart. It helps resolve misunderstandings and strengthens trust. Through divine guidance, relationships grow healthier and more meaningful. Daily responsibilities often feel small or repetitive, yet God's favor brings purpose to even the simplest tasks. Each responsibility becomes an opportunity to serve with sincerity and joy. Favor brings balance, helping manage time wisely and prioritize what truly matters. It reduces stress by reminding the heart that every effort, no matter how small, has value. Inviting God's favor into every area of life also brings consistency. Faith is no longer limited to special moments, but becomes part of everyday living. Decisions are guided by wisdom, actions reflect integrity, and attitudes remain grounded in peace. With God's favor present, life is lived with confidence, purpose, and quiet assurance throughout the year, committing to walk through 2026 with attitude, hope, and obedience shapes both character and direction. This commitment is not a single decision made at the beginning of the year, but a daily choice that influences thoughts, actions, and responses. Gratitude keeps the heart grounded, hope lifts the spirit forward, and obedience aligns life with God's purpose. Gratitude anchors the heart in appreciation rather than complaint. It allows joy to exist even when circumstances are not perfect. By choosing gratitude daily, the heart learns to recognize progress, lessons, and blessings in every season. Gratitude protects the soul from discouragement and helps maintain a peaceful outlook, regardless of challenges. Hope gives strength to keep moving forward. It fuels perseverance during waiting seasons and renews confidence when plans take time to unfold. Hope reminds the heart that growth is happening, even when results are not immediately visible. It encourages patience and trust, allowing faith to remain steady throughout the year. Obedience requires humility and trust. It means following God's guidance even when the path feels uncomfortable or unclear. Obedience aligns desires with purpose and keeps the heart responsive to direction. Through obedience, character is refined and spiritual maturity grows. It teaches discipline, consistency, and faithfulness in both small and significant decisions. Walking in gratitude, hope, and obedience transforms daily life. Attitudes shift, priorities become clearer, and responses grow wiser. This commitment strengthens integrity and builds resilience. Challenges are faced with calm assurance, and success is handled with humility. Each day becomes an opportunity to live with intention and purpose. As 2026 unfolds, this commitment shapes the journey. Gratitude sustains joy, hope, fuels endurance, and obedience ensures alignment with divine will. Together, these values guide the heart through every season, allowing life to be lived with confidence, peace, and unwavering faith throughout the year.